Hi guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here, and we're here to talk about The Girls, the Gays, and Timothy Chalamet. Oh, hi guys, my name is Zoey. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I made a video because I just wasn't sure what to make it on. I didn't want to talk about the virus more, but that seems to be what everybody wants to talk about, so I just took a little step back from social media for a little while, and now I am back. But I'm really excited to make this video on Girl Defined because, well, there's a few reasons. First thing is that I think conversations about religion is interesting, but I think they're so far onto the opposite side of me that it's almost comedic to try to have a level discussion with them. And also, a lot of people, I've talked about them already, and when I first watched them, it was on Cody Ko's channel, but these girls do have 155,000 subscribers, so they do have an audience, probably a very religious audience you'll watch, but there's an audience, you know? So I thought it would be interesting to go over two of their videos today. The first one we're going to watch is called The Untold Truths About Dressing Modestly. I don't think I'm dressed to their standards, but we'll see.
For me, I think the reason I had a really negative perspective of modesty is because I didn't really understand why it matters, like why it was
like
important.
the heart behind it.
The heart behind it. I thought it was more about a list of rules, like, okay, a skirt this length or a shirt this loose or whatever
Shorts
it was.
this long,
yeah, and so I had this more like rules-based, like it's gonna be old-fashioned, it's gonna be horrible, like I'm gonna hate it.
Well, that is what it is, because you made a video about what you can and can't wear, and that's exactly what you did, actually.
Shorts are so short these days that some of them can even be classified as denim underwear. So how do you know how long is long enough?
I first just say there are too many blonde, blue-eyed white girls in this conversation. 1 is almost too many. 3, definitely pushing the limit.
One of the things that I think is really important is to stop and ask the question, why do we wear clothes in the first place? Like, there's so many stores selling them, people wear them, but why?
For reasons. One thing is because society says you have to be covered, and so you have to wear clothes. There are communities where people choose not to wear clothing. That's their choice, you know, nudist communities or whatever. One of the reasons is self-expression. You express your style that way. Go into cliques and communities that way. It's also could be an artistic thing, a creative thing. You wear it to protect your body from the sun or from when you're like on the ground or when you're doing things. There's multiple reasons. So is that enough for you, or are you gonna pull a Bible verse out? I feel like you're gonna pull a Bible verse out.
It's actually kind of confusing because a lot of us don't know why. We just do it. We follow suit, and then whatever's in style and whatever seems to be acceptable, we put that on, but we don't ever stop and think deeper and ask, well, where did clothes come from in the first place? And so we're gonna take you a little bit deep here, and we're gonna get to some good theological truths. And
she talks really slow. Like, shut the fuck up. It's a 10-minute video and you're doing the intro for 2 minutes. That's already 20% of the video.
so where do clothes come from? Well, back in the garden, we have Adam and Eve who were living this perfect life. There was no sin, there was no shame.
See? People were chilling with no clothes. I just want to say that. They were chilling. They were having a good time. The book says so.
And then next...
And there was no clothes.
There was no clothes either. They
were naked.
They were naked. Okay.
The way they say it, it's like they're so unfamiliar, uncomfortable with nudity that they have to approach it like a child does. They were naked.
First we have perfect life, no sin or shame. Then we have the fact that sin entered the world. You know, remember when Eve ate the fruit and handed it to Adam, he ate the fruit, sin entered the world, and all of a sudden there was shame, there was brokenness, their eyes were opened, and they realized that they were naked.
So, I'm agnostic, so let me just say, from someone's that perspective, what I'm getting from that story is that we shouldn't be eating fruit. Because once they started eating fruit, everything went to shit.
There was no longer this perfect existence.
Yeah.
They realized that there was a problem, and they immediately covered themselves with fig leaves.
And also, fig leaves, I'm a lot more covered than a fig leaf, ma'am. But this isn't acceptable.
And then what happens next is really interesting. Up until this point in existence, there had been no death.
My caused a massacre! My killing people. Nudity equals death, okay? If anyone flashes you, it's a threat.
Realizing that my body, my life, what I wear, everything about me as a person, as a Christian woman, I should be striving to live for God's glory. That my body isn't really about me. It's about me using my life in a way that glorifies God, that reflects his purity, that desires to honor him in everything I do, including the clothes that I wear. And so when you take the conversation away from how long is the skirt, how short is the sleeve?
Well, if it's not about the hemline, then you shouldn't care what length the dress is, right? It's not just about like, well, you shouldn't be wearing short skirts. It's not about short skirts. Well, it's not about that. You can still wear that. It's not about long skirts either. Why are you focusing on it? You are focusing on the hemline, or else you wouldn't have a dress code.
And I love the way one author puts it. They say,
Just some author. One author. I like how one person puts it somewhere.
about, okay, how can I wear clothes that are going to reflect those things that I value in my heart? That's what it's about. And then with that, you can have so much fun. So you can dress modestly, you can be fashionable, you can be cute, you don't have to be frumpy.
Oh, it's so awkward. They have to like cut each other off. It's like they don't know when to jump in naturally. So you basically get the idea that they talk really slow, and I'm not going to put you through more torture into that. The next video we're going to move on to only has Bethany, and it's going to be Q&A, marriage, sex, the first time, and becoming parents.
All right, take official.
Here we go.
Do you think we're in the center still? Are we good?
Action. Is this good?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Oh, you love it.
Okay.
Das hot dough. Action. Is this good?
Bethany, I hate to break it to you. Your husband's gay.
For those of you who are new around here, here's a little history. We got married about 15 months ago, and one thing led to another, and we're having a baby. She's having a baby, and I'm helping. I'm reading a book called The Birth Partner, and this is how I'm preparing to get ready for the birth.
Yeah, he sounds thrilled, right? Telling you that.
We're going to ask each other some questions that you sent in. Here goes.
Okay,
The poor guy looks miserable.
let's start out with something really, really, really important.
Yeah.
Was Dave nervous about his first time?
Oh, snap. And I assume first time, it is capitalized. You're talking about relations. The first time we had dem relations.
See what I mean? Like, ew, like, why do they have to talk about it like they're little kids and they don't, like, know how to just say sex? Like, it's not hard. Like, I don't understand. You put in the immature vibe. Like, if you want to have a mature conversation about it, then you put those vibes out there.
People actually ask about this a lot. Were you nervous? Was it awkward? Actually, I did write a blog on this. I'll link to it below.
What did you say in the blog, just so that I don't contradict us?
You should say your truth, good sir. You should give your truth, and if it contradicts her, well, that's your truth, mister. This video was 20 minutes. Oh. Ow. That hurt.
What's the silliest story that you can remember from our first 15 months?
Well, probably the first time. No, not that first time. The first time
The
when you
silliest,
need to,
really.
when you pass gas.
Oh, wow. So
When he accidentally in front of
I
me.
said, this is a true story, and now we're telling you. We were working out or something. No, I think we weren't working out.
No.
I just wanted to show off. And I said, hey, babe, watch me do a sit-up. And I did the sit-up. And I also did something else. And that's what she's talking about.
First of all, you thought, one, a sit-up was impressive. One, sit-up. Two, that's the most embarrassing, silliest thing from your relationship is that he farted. I am so sorry for you because that must be the most boring relationship I have ever heard of.
Any challenges we faced in marriage?
Oh.
Putting my husband through conversion therapy twice. This last one I wasn't planning on doing, but I thought I should because I am single and I should be looking for these things as I'm going out into the dating world. You know, I'm about to start college, those type of things. And it's called 6 Red Flags in a Romantic Relationship. This was only from a year ago, so they were either engaged or dating their boyfriends at the time.
If you're looking for a Christian guy and you want to have a godly Christian marriage, and you find this guy and you're in a relationship with him and you're like, well, he claims to be a Christian, but then you start to notice like his relationship with God is really shallow. Like he never reads the Bible. You know, he's not really good about going to church. He kind of shows up with you when he needs to. He's not really interested in pursuing the things of God for himself. Like
he takes me on a date and I'm like, I just wish you would read the Bible instead. I just wish you would spend time on something important. Not me. The Bible.
Red flag number 3, he's stuck in sinful addiction. So this could be anything from porn addiction, alcohol addiction, drug abuse, anger problems.
Okay, bitch, I got all of those. You just described every teenage boy and most teenage girls.
And number 4, he's pressuring you to compromise sexually. Now this can be a tricky one because if you're feeling pressured, you might have this mixture of feelings of like, well, he desires me, he wants me, he must think I'm beautiful, he wants to be sexually active with me.
He asked me to throw it back, but God doesn't want me to.
So often we're blinded by love. You know, we can't see clearly.
Yes.
He's so cute. His muscles, they just overtake your brain.
Yeah, your boyfriend has hella muscle, right, Bethany? I'm so disgusted that I know both of their names enough to discern them between the two. Okay, I think that was it for today, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that and like this video before commenting what you want to see next. Hit that notification button. That feels like a lot of stuff. Do whatever you want to do, but I would hope you would like this video.
Rolling through the hills, looking for you still. I'm on